For the sustainability challenges facing the world, the measurements OS is making here among these grasses and greenery of a peatland moor could be a game changer.
Connected now, okay, so yeah, it's all good. Okay. Yeah.
This high-tech science is making OS capable of supporting a green initiative worth billions globally. Called carbon credits, it's a solution for companies, even nations, that are reliant on old energy sources.
So a lot of it's about your vehicles, a lot of it's about the energy you use. So a lot of corporations are looking to buy carbon credits if they cannot reduce their carbon emissions any other way. So you'll find a lot of forestry carbon offsets you can buy.
So the money can go to perhaps plant a new forest or to sustain a peatland. But who's checking that these new tracts of natural vegetation worldwide continue to thrive? There are concerns.
The problem with offsets is that you can't necessarily trust them because they don't really know what they're buying, but also they don't know actually if it's worked. So they could be piling in a lot of money into something that's actually either failed or actually causing more problems than it would have been if it was left alone.
So it's here on Hatfield Moor outside Doncaster that OS is combining with university experts and Natural England. They're attempting to create a robust way to monitor and verify the condition of plant life from a satellite. But before you experiment from space, first you need to use accurate location technology on the ground to be certain you know what is where.
We're using accurate GPS to record different types of vegetation species. This is sub-centimetre accuracy.
So what I'm doing here is putting down the quadrat every 5 metres, and I'm using a GPS logger on the same corner each time. This down here is dried/dead sphagnum moss, and then we've also got this is cotton grass, so here's slightly more sparse, but over sort of in this section here we've actually got the flower heads you can see.
With each plant located and referenced, next an amazing digital signature is being created, and that's to recognise what plant species look like from space and then recognise how well they're doing.
So we're going to record that very accurately, fly the hyperspectral sensor and then allocate the wavelength that that hyperspectral sensor is on to the particular species, and that will help us classify the rest of the area, which means that in the future we can use freely available satellite information, Earth observation data, and therefore as we actually know what's physically on the ground, we can then detect any subtle changes there are to the peatland.
If this proof of concept proves to be scalable, and that means machines and satellites replacing labour on the ground, then OS and partners have the tools to support and test millions of hectares of new sustainable life around the globe.
These things are game changers. It just means that it all becomes possible at the scale of which it needs to be done. Without ordnance surveys, technology, expertise, national reach, international reach, it would be impossible.
Ordnance Survey is actually using its core skills and competence in actually collecting information about the land. These type of projects are really, really important about embedding trust back into the system, actually enabling investors to understand what they're investing in, the quality of that offset, and to actually measure it for the duration of the fund. And that's what we're doing here, and that's really Ordnance Survey's core role.